Alright, in this video we're going to take a look at formatting sheets 2, 3, and 4, especially, focusing on getting the formulas correct. Before we take a look at that though, you're going to want to look at the example inside of Schoology for what these should look like when they're done. So you can go through, like I said with the last one, I would go through and just make things or put things in the spots that they should go in first, and then go back to the directions and read where the formatting, which is supposed to be bold and things like that. Okay, so this is what it will look like when it's done. You don't have to put the pictures in there. I just think they look kind of nice, so I'll leave that up to you. With some of the formatting that I do want to point out with this one, you'll notice that in cells A1 through G1, those are merged and centered. So to do that, you're going to select the cells by clicking and dragging like that, right? Like we've done before. And then the merge and center button is underneath this tool here, the paragraph or the alignment tools, and it's down at the bottom. Okay, you're going to leave cell A2 blank, and then you're going to start typing the headers as you see in the picture going across. And you're going to notice that there's not really enough room to display some of those, so you're going to have to click on the columns, or I guess another option would be to select them like this by clicking and dragging. And then if we go into that format options, we can do auto fit column width, and it should show the full options. Okay, so now we need to pull over some of our numbers. So the only number that you're going to physically type in is going to be this loan principal amount. So if I look at sheet 1 for my Ford Mustang that I have, my MSRP is $34,687. In the directions it says to take $5,000 off of that as a down payment. The reason why we do that is because a lot of people don't have $34,000 sitting around where they could pay up front, but you might have $5,000, right? And the reason why we do that is because the bank doesn't lend us this money for free. They're going to charge us an interest that we're going to have to pay over time. So that's how the banks make their money. Okay, so there's no formula for this. I can just subtract $5,000 off of my MSRP here. So that would give me, I could just do it in my head, or you could use a calculator if you really had to. So I'm going to do 29,687. 29,687. And while I'm here, just to make it easy on me, I'm going to format this as a currency. All right, and this number is going to be the same. So I'm borrowing the same for every single loan, but what's going to change is for how long I'm borrowing this money. Okay, so I'm going to use, I can type that, or if I click and hold on that cell, I can click this fill option and drag it down, because those numbers are going to be the same going down. All right, the other ones that we are getting from the sheet are the loan term and the interest rate. Okay, so that's going to be the same for everybody. We're grabbing those off the example, so you don't have to find those on your car website, because they'll have them for you, but you want to use the ones that we're providing because it's just practice. So we got 2.75, 3.25, and 4.25. Okay, and we're going to format these as percentages. So I can select, I'm going to click format over here again, and I'm going to click on percentage. Awesome. So you're going to notice that it added some, that's not the percentage we typed in. So we're going to have to go back into that formatting button that we were just in, and we're going to click on the increase and decrease decimal point. So we want to decrease it. So it says, actually might have to go in here and physically type in the decimal point. Okay, so yep, we're creating more issues, but that's okay, we'll go back and fix it. So you can see I'm going to manually type these in, but it's doing some weird stuff with it's like rounding them. So what we're going to have to do is I decrease the decimal point, so I'm going to have to just increase it again. so I can see those numbers. Okay, so kind of had to play around with that a little bit, but we got it to work. And I typed this in the wrong spot. So we are going to copy and paste them one over. So I'm actually going to use Command X to cut that. And then I'm going to select the interest rate over here and then do Command V to paste. So I just moved them over a column. Sorry about that. And then the other thing is the loan terms. So it's going to be 36, 48, and 60. Okay, so sorry, I'm kind of messed up there a little bit, but you're gonna have the loan term and the interest rate. So the loan term is given to you in the document, and so are the interest rates. So you're not getting those off of the internet or anything. All right, now it's time to start a formula. So if you look in the directions, these are highlighted there for you, and I wrote some notes in there because there's some order of operations stuff that's going to be important as we move forward. So right now we want to calculate the total interest. So if we remember, if we're using formulas, we're going to start with an equal sign, and then I can click on the cells that I want to reference. So I'm going to click on the loan principal, and then I'm going to multiply. So I'm going to hold Shift and then the number 8, so I get the asterisk, and I'm going to multiply that by my interest rate, the 2.75%. And I'm going to press enter. And then I get my total interest. So over the lifetime of that loan, I'm paying the bank $816.39 just to borrow the money from them. Right? And since I've used the formula, I can click and hold, use the fill handle, and bring that formula down. And it'll do the rest for me. Monthly payment. This is the tricky one, so make sure that you're paying attention to the parentheses. So just like in math class, order of operations matters. So I'm going to do equals, then in parentheses, I'm going to do loan principal plus total interest, close the parentheses, divided by, so the backslash on the question mark on your keyboard, then divided by loan term, and press enter. So that would be the monthly payment that I'd pay every month. So like the bill that I'd pay for that car over 36 months. So every month for 36 months, I'd pay that amount. So I can click and hold on that formula. Same thing, fill, handle, down, and it gives me my monthly payment. And then my total amount paid is going to be equal to, so I'm going to click in there, equal to monthly payment, and then multiply by the loan term this time. All right, and press enter. And I can click and drag that down again. Perfect. So you can see that roughly the big difference between the top and the bottom is almost $400. So the quicker the bank gets back their money, the less that they're going to charge you.